Hey guys, so it's Thursday and good news, I got my laptop back so we can hopefully go back to normal videos hopefully next week. I'm down in Athens to meet friends for a drink, so I thought I'd show you what it looks like at night since I haven't really been out at night lately. I'm actually doing two things this week. Tomorrow night I'm going on a food tour. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to film, but we'll see what I can do. Anyway, it's really nice out. Still hot during the day, but now at night it feels really nice. As you can see, it's not as crowded as it usually is. People are staying home as much as they can, it seems like. And because they've sort of increased restrictions, I've been noticing more people wearing masks than before. So this is a good thing. They are threatening a lockdown if we don't get our numbers in order, so I'm very, very worried. So it's midnight and all the bars are closed, so I'm going home now. I am in the Monastiraki metro station. Just gotten off, changed from to Thesio. And I don't think I've ever seen anybody get on the metro with a bike before here in Athens, so that's interesting. Well, I missed the train. I have to wait for the next one, but that's okay. I'm at least getting to sit, which doesn't happen often because it's been so crowded that I usually can't sit anywhere in the metro station. Hey guys, so exciting Friday night. I am going on a food tour in Keramikos, and so we're walking around the neighborhood. Very nice. It's part of Athens that I haven't really explored, so I can't really film the food tour because obviously it's something he makes money off of, but I can show you the neighborhood. Look at this house. It's actually got a floor. It's probably a floor for rent. And then we have these ultra modern ones over here. It's a very interesting neighborhood. I had such a good time on this tour that I completely forgot to film most of the rest of the evening. I did, however, take a bunch of photos of the walk and of the food, so I wanted to share a couple of those with you. I'm going to link to the food tour and the restaurant, so when you come to Athens, you can go on one and then go visit this lovely restaurant. So those will be in the description box below. Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, October 1st, Kalomina. Of course, by the time you see this, it won't be the first of the month anymore, but anyway, I just wanted to say thanks again to everybody who joined me last night on the live and all of you that have watched it on the replay. I've gotten lots of comments from you, and I've gotten more questions for the next one already, so I'm gonna try to figure out a time to do that. I'm actually thinking I might do it on a weekend or do it early in the morning. Not early, but like 9 a.m. my time, because it seems like I've got some people who are in Australia or like Hawaii, and so doing it then might allow some of those people to come. I know not everyone can come at that time, but I'd like it if I could get like a variety of times, so a variety of people could show up. All the police in Athens are passing me. So I have about 1,000 errands to run today. So today is a good day to film. So I'm gonna take you on my walk. I'm walking down to my doctor's appointment. It's not for another hour, but I really wanted to walk since I really haven't been doing it. So I'm gonna take a leisurely walk. It takes me normally about 20-25 minutes to walk down there, but this way I can film while I do it. And then I have to go over to Singtakva to go to the public, and then down to Sephora because Sephora near me doesn't have what I need. Anyway, so that's my plan for the day. It is a beautiful sunny day. It's cool. I'm actually wearing long pants for once. I wore shorts yesterday, and then in the evening I put pants on, but now it's just staying cool. It feels really nice. Who knows, maybe I'll start wearing jeans again. Anyway, so it's a good day for a walk. The more I think about it, the more I think I am gonna go away to Eastry this weekend. So what I'll do is probably show you just a little bit of my like day around there, and then I'm gonna make a whole separate video on the trip. There's always interesting things out by the trash here in Athens. And sometimes I think, wow, that seems like you could have fixed it and, you know, not thrown it in the trash. And then there's some things I see and I'm like, really? You waited this long to get rid of it? Anyway. See how nice it is? So pretty. And I'm walking in the part of the Great Walk right now. Here's the issue. I mean, yes, there's a crosswalk, but like you have to cross the street to get to some pieces of it, and now like this person is driving into it, and there's already somebody in it. And now you have to back out to get out of it. Like, this is crazy. I don't know what this person thinks they're doing. Anyway, the university is really, really nice. Oh, there's protests going on. I would love to tell you what it's about, but the sign's in Greek, obviously, and I can't read that. So I'm waiting for my appointment because they're running a little bit behind, so I'm down at the Starbucks near the doctor's office, which is across the street from the university, and there's a protest, as you saw, and oh my gosh, a bunch of kids just got off the metro with drums, so it's about to get really loud. The other thing is there's a man walking around selling masks, and he's got it like pulled down below his nose. And I'm just like, you're not really helping, are you? And I can see some of the problem. You know, they keep saying that young people are congregating late at night, but what I just saw is I went into the Starbucks to use the bathroom, and there are students in there working, and there is not a single person wearing a mask inside. So, it's not just the late night stuff. Like, there just isn't a way to patrol every single cafe and bar and restaurant to see if people are wearing them. And keep in mind, these people are in there studying. They're not in there drinking and eating, so there's really not a reason to wear it, at least, you know, most of the time that they're in there. Anyway, I thought I'd show you the little stuff that's going on around here. There's cameramen. So it's clearly like a good sized protest. So I kind of wish I knew what it was about, but that's probably not going to happen. Anyway, it's so nice. I could sit out here all day. The breeze is wonderful. It feels amazing. And I'm really glad I'm running errands today. I do have to work, but I'm going to work this evening, I think, and enjoy the daytime. So the protest got really loud, so I decided to go for a walk, and I found this really cool building. Look at this mosaic. And it looks, it used to be a printing press, is what it looks like they were representing. And now, like, downstairs it's like a jewelry store. I don't know what, maybe it's still a printing, see, that says film. I don't know, it's very cool though. Alright, I'm down in Sigma now. Everything is taking way longer than I expected, so I'm not going to be able to run all my errands, but I did go to Public, and I finally bought an external hard drive, because mine is like completely full, but I just kind of wanted to show you like how crowded it is. I don't know if it's because school has started or what, but everywhere I go there seems to be tons of people. Not tourists, just people who live here. Now I'm walking over to DHL to hopefully mail my request for my ballot in time so that I can actually vote. I will probably have to do this again. Alright, I have come back down here at night, kind of show you what it's like. It's still really busy. Still super crowded with traffic. I haven't really passed like tons of people like I did earlier today, but as you can see, lots of traffic. Earlier, I was walking to get on the metro station here at Sigtagla, and they turned the fountain off, just like right as I was walking by. Really strange. It's so nice outside. It's part of the reason I was like, I have to go outside. I have to be out when it's this nice out because, you know, next week it could be hot again. So I was like, let's go for a walk. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, it's October 3rd. I had to look at the calendar. So I'm going to Egina today. And the one thing I love about going on a trip is that it makes me a better housekeeper. I suddenly do stuff that I should do on a regular basis. I'll show you. All the dishes are done and the dry ones are put away. The trash has been, well, it's sitting by the door so that I can take it out. I would love to say that the house is like clean, but it's at least picked up so I don't come home to a disaster. So except for that, that's pretty much always like that. I'm not a neat person by nature. That's probably, sometimes I'll like get into a mood and I'll clean things, but yeah, no. It's part of the reason I don't own a lot of things because then it prevents me from being more cluttered. Anyway, I'm about to go get a snack for the ferry. And then I'm going to head down to the metro station and get on the metro to go to Piraeus. So as I mentioned earlier in the week, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one like regular weekly video, and then I'm going to do a film on a geestry. If there's enough stuff to film in a geestry. A geestry is tiny. So we'll see how much there is to see. Anyway. But that's the whole point of doing these, is to go and see what there is. What I like is the ferry is about an hour and a half. There is a fast ferry. It does go to a different port in a geestry than the slow ferry. But I believe there is a bus from the two, and I don't think it's that far actually. So if you're really ambitious, you could maybe walk if your hotel was at the other one, or vice versa, or take a taxi. But we'll see. On the way to the ferry now. Kind of cloudy here now, but it's like it's sunnier at Easter. Alright. Waiting to get on the ferry. Off the boat now. Now I have to find my hotel, which shouldn't be too far from here. It's supposed to be visible. I think that's it over there, actually. Not that you could see it because a car just drove by. But I think, you see the building over there with the palm trees? I think that's it. Oh, it feels great. Usually you get off the ferry and it's like super hot, but now it's really nice. Back to Athens now. I don't think you can hear me though because of the boat. Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, October 7th. I never know the date. So I know this is a little bit of a departure from the usual, like, I do the week and then I see you in the next video. But I know a lot of people are curious about new restrictions in Greece and what's happening with the virus, so I wanted to come on and give you a little update. You may be watching the news here, so you may not care. So if you're going to skip this part, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. But if you are interested, so the daily rates have ranged anywhere from like 300 to 400. And in Athens, Attica, they were saying that the restrictions were going to last till October 4th. Well, October 4th has obviously come and gone, and they haven't said whether or not the restrictions are going to continue. So I'm really not sure what's happening, because that included like closing the kiosks and the mini markets at midnight till like 5 a.m. So I'm assuming that all that is back to normal. I don't know. I haven't gone out at midnight, so I'm not sure. But they did announce new restrictions on Monday for Ioana and another area that I can't pronounce. And similar to restrictions to here where things have to close at midnight. And let's see, what else? Oh, It's a region, actually. It's the area of Patra. So I hope that helps you guys. They have to wear masks everywhere, in enclosed spaces, bars, restaurants. They will close at midnight till 5 a.m. and only 4 patrons can sit at a table, but relatives may sit in a group of 6. In Athens, when we had the restrictions, everything closed at midnight and it was only 6 people per table. So I'm not sure what the difference is. I do know that around the world what they've done is they've looked at the number of cases per 100,000 of the population. So if that reaches a certain number, there's a color code system and they've been upping that. So it may have something to do with that. So I'm really not sure what the restrictions are now in Attica. So if I find out something new, then I will come back and maybe put it in the description box. But right now, life seems to be going back to like what it was with the normal restrictions of just wearing masks inside. I have friends that own a cafe, so what I need to do is ask them if they've been given directives on how late they can stay open. I'm assuming right now that it's still midnight. I can't imagine them changing that anytime soon. And as far as I can tell, like for most people, it's not a problem. They are still seeing lots of young people gathering in squares at night, but I don't think the closing of the kiosks and the mini markets for alcohol really did anything for that. So I don't know. I hope that it starts to get better soon. They have said that they would not put Greece back into a national lockdown, that it would just be regional if they did it, and they're really trying to avoid it everywhere because they know how devastating it is to the economy. And I do know that they've been really working hard to get more beds in the hospitals, more buses on the streets, and more trains. In fact, at the metro, so I live on the Blue Line, and that's one of the newer lines, and it's like usually the trains are really nice and fancy. Well, I know they've been running older trains on the line, and I think it's in an effort to expand service so the trains are not so crowded. When I went to Agistri over the weekend, the train was it wasn't empty, but it wasn't super crowded. And I find that on some lines, people are being really good about trying to stay away from others, and some lines they're not. So it just kind of depends. I haven't really been on a bus recently, so I don't know if they're crowded. I know that back in August, before the cases started to rise again, they were very crowded. Like you couldn't distance yourself from anything on a bus then. So that's kind of my update for you guys. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video, and that is the video on Agistri. I hope you enjoy. Have a great day.